Good morning, students. Myself, Dr. UK Yadav, PGT Bio, JNV Samastipur, Bihar. In previous lecture, we have dealt regarding the different levels of causes of disease. And today, I would like to discuss different types of diseases. In previous lecture also, we have discussed the diseases on the basis of their longevity, on the basis of the interval of time of suffering. That means short-term disease, they are acute, and long-term disease, they are chronic diseases. Now, it is a term for types of diseases on the basis of its acquisition, how it comes in our body. That means some of the diseases, they are inborn. They are termed as congenital disease, which is from birth. We are suffering from such diseases right from birth. And another category of diseases, they are acquired disease that comes during our lifetime. Out of the acquired disease, some of the diseases are infectious diseases and some of the diseases are non-infectious diseases. Infectious or communicable diseases which communicates from diseased person to healthy person, and non-communicable, non-infectious, that is restricted to the sufferer itself. Again, in the category of infectious, it may be contagious or non-contagious. Some of the diseases which spread when directly we are coming in contact with the sufferer, and some of the diseases are being spread with the help of vectors. And again, the non-communicable diseases, they are due to our internal causes, due to deficiency in nutrients, that means due to malnutrition, due to metabolic functioning of our body, due to degenerative diseases, allergies, fractures, injuries. So today I would like to discuss all these in detail. So these are the types of diseases. That means congenital and acquired. Congenital means since birth. Those diseases which are coming right from birth. That means those diseases are due to metabolic disorders in the mother during pregnancy period, and therefore some of the deformities created in the inborn baby. The disease, suppose there is an ad regarding intake of iodine, and imagine the pregnant lady is not taking sort of required amount of iodine in their diet, then what will happen? There will be less secretion of thyroxine, and due to less secretion of thyroxine, the child will suffer from cretinism. That means it is due to the lack of iodine, lack of secretion of hormone thyroxine during childbirth. The child may born like dumb, like having no eyesight, blind, deaf. So these are the diseases which are right from birth. They are termed as congenital disease. Some of the hereditary disease like color blindness, hemophilia, these are the diseases which are right from birth in the child. Now, the next one is the acquired disease. That means that is being acquired during lifetime. That means it is after birth. They are after birth, acquired, achieved, and it may be termed that these are the congenital diseases are due to intrinsic factor, due to internal factors. ये अंदर की बात है, और ये क्या है? Acquired, extrinsic factor, external factor, ये बाहर से आ रहा है. That means they are basically caused by pathogens. So it is of two types, infectious and non-infectious. Infectious means that diseases will be transmitted to other persons caused by the external factor, caused by the pathogens. Pathogens like bacteria, virus, fungus, helminths. These are the causative agents, pathogens. So both are being caused by pathogens. One is transferable, transmittable, and another one is non-transferable. This is infectious means when the person will come in contact with the diseased person, they will be transmitted. The diseases will be transmitted to the healthy person. That means contagious. And another one, it is not directly transmitted. Rather, there are vectors. There are some agents, and through agent, these diseases are being transmitted. The diseases which are infectious like tuberculosis, diseases like cholera, diseases like flu, influenza, they all are contagious disease. And non-contagious disease, that means person is sufferer with pathogen, but it is not being transmitted. The diseases which are non-infectious, that means the person is sufferer and they will not distributing the disease to the others. That means that diseases are localized to the sufferer, to the individual itself. In case of contagious disease, it is direct transmission. That means when a healthy person will come in contact with the diseased person, with sufferer, with the help of droplet infection, by exhalation of air, by sneezing, by coughing, the pathogen will come out of the body and it will infect the person in their vicinity, the persons around them. Here suppose in case of non-contagious, it is malaria which is being transmitted but not directly. There is requirement of, there is need of some vectors. Here the vector is female Anopheles mosquito. They will bite the infected person, and again when the same mosquito is biting another healthy person, the plasmodium, the sporozoite of the plasmodium, they will enter into the body of healthy person and then it causes diseases into the healthy person. So here plasmodium is the pathogen and female Anopheles is vector. Vector means vehicles. Vector means carrier. They are carrying the diseases from infected person to healthy person. Likewise, Kala-Azar, cholera. These are the diseases which are being spread with the help of some vectors. Now, in acquired disease, there are some of the diseases which are non-infectious. So, regarding non-infectious, we are going to discuss here. Now, in case of non-infectious disease, which are not transmitted from diseased person to healthy person, that means they are localized, they will be restricted in the person itself. That means if we are going in touch with the person who is diabetic, who has cut, who has heart problem, who is suffering from anemia, I will not be affected at all. So these are of different types. Deficiency disease, as the name indicates, it is due to lack of particular nutrients in our diet. Suppose due to lack of iron, there will be anemia, there will be no appropriate formation of the RBC. Due to lack of thyroxine, there will be goiter. Likewise, metabolic disorders. In our body, there are thousands of metabolic activity going on in the cells, and if due to any reason there is disturbance, then that particular organ where the cells are not functioning properly, where the metabolic activities are not going well, then what will happen? Those organs will suffer and ultimately our systems will collapse, will disturb, like diabetes, liver cancer, heart diseases. Again, degenerative disease, especially due to aging, there will be degeneration of the functioning of organ. The organs will not properly, like dementia, याददाश्त कमजोर हो जाएगी, भूलने की बीमारी होगी, ऑस्टियोपोरोसिस, the bones will become fragile. There will be lack of calcium in the bone because metabolism of calcium is reduced, and for the purpose of utilization of calcium, our body will extract calcium from our bone, and that means there will be pores in the bone, that is osteoporosis. फ्रैजाइल हो जाएंगे. कभी बूढ़े आदमी गिरते हैं, बाथरूम में गिरते हैं, टॉयलेट में गिर जाते हैं, उनकी बोन टूट जाती है. छोटे बच्चे दिन भर खेलते हैं, कूदते हैं, गिरते हैं, नो प्रॉब्लम, क्योंकि उनका बोन फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी है, अभी स्ट्रॉन्ग है. लेकिन जब एजिंग हो जाती है तो हमें संभल करके चलना है, सावधानी बरतनी है, अदरवाइज बोन टूट भी जाएंगे और जुड़ेंगे भी नहीं. एलर्जीज, एवरीथिंग में बी एलर्जी. इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन पर्सन टू पर्सन कि किसे किस चीज से एलर्जी है. माई सेल्फ सफरिंग फ्रॉम द एलर्जीज ऑफ द फंजाई दैट इज डेवलप्ड ऑन द बुक केप्ट फॉर लॉन्गर पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. तो एलर्जी हो सकती है पॉलन ग्रेन से, एलर्जी हो सकती है डस्ट से, वो पर्टिकुलर ड्रग से हो, है ना, फूड से हो. किसी को अंडे से एलर्जी है, किसी को दूध से एलर्जी है, किसी को दही से एलर्जी है. तो ये इंडिविजुअल डिफरेंसेस है कि किसे किस चीज से एलर्जी होती है, और फिर एक पर्टिकुलर एज ग्रुप में होता है, और जनरली हायर एज के बाद ही इस तरह के प्रॉब्लम आते हैं. इंजुरीज, मान लेते हैं किसी को इंजुरी है, बोन फ्रैक्चर हो गया, एक्सीडेंट हो गया, जल गया, डिसलोकेशन हो गया, खेलकूद में गिर गया, तो ये सारी बीमारियां इस तरह की बीमारियां हैं which will not be transmitted to the persons in their connection nearby. तो ऐसे पेशेंट को देखने के लिए यदि जाते हैं तो हमें कोई बहुत अधिक प्रिकॉशन की जरूरत नहीं है. लेकिन जब भी हम इस तरह के पेशेंट को विजिट करें तो सावधानी जरूरत है. अभी जो समय चल रहा है उसमें क्या है, दैट इज कॉन्टेजियस डिजीज, जो कोरोना वायरस है, डायरेक्ट ड्रॉपलेट इन्फेक्शन, खांसने से, छींकने से. और इसीलिए जब तक इलाज नहीं है तब तक हमें क्या करनी है, सावधानी बरतनी है. 2 गज की दूरी, मास्क है जरूरी.